Hello, and welcome to the 24th session of Mistrial's Miscreants from Fairy Wings and Dragon Tale. So, when we last left our intrepid party, nope, wrong page. After a pitched battle with elven archer forces, the Empire of Clanhal forces subdued the surviving elves only to have a short verbal exchange on the bank of the Elva River. As the revelation that the elves' plan was to capture the queen sunk in, the party was stunned as Clanhal soldiers then quickly executed their captives and dropped the bodies into the river. The queen, who was evacuated by the warden of Winterfell, and Bronwyn, the royal advisor, is expected to survive. Upon returning to the encampment, the party devised a plan to send out Tally the warlock's pseudo-dragon in an effort to find out what was going on. Anley and Nick attempted to reach the royal healers, and they were redirected to the soldiers' healers, where Anley became the subject of amorous advances. Audrey, locating the elves, transmitted this information back to Tally, after which Tally, Agnes, and Belle moved out from the camp under the guise of collecting for forage. Excuse me, just a moment. Now, they found the elves and found the young elf Adeline, the prince of the Anorakid elves, who took Agnes and Agnes alone to meet their chieftain. The chieftain struck a deal with Agnes. They knew exactly who she was and who the party was, indicating that they have personnel within the Empire's forces. Agnes returned to the party and shared what she had learned. And that's where we're going to pick up tonight. All right, so here we go. So this is a new format for everybody. So this is something we're trying out. And we know the sound's not going to be exactly right. If I could get Anley to just tilt the camera up just a touch.
Up.
Yeah, it's...
Down just a little. There we go.
Okay.
A little more. Just
That's
down.
so freaking
Down.
Okay, that'll work. So, on the top screen, from left to right, we have Nick the fighter, and in the middle is Tally or Nick is a human fighter, and in the middle is Tally the half-orc warlock. And she's the one that has the pseudo-dragon, Audrey. And on the right is the half-orc barbarian, Belle. If you'll look at the camera, Belle, and wave. She has a familiar that rides with her, a bear. Ace. And on the bottom screen, from left to right, on the left is the half-elf druid, Reiner. And in the center is the half-elf sorceress, Agnes. And beside her is the half-elf rogue paladin, Anley. And on the extreme right down there is the healing domain cleric, half-elf Gatsby. Okay, so this is going to be our first ever live stream that's going to be repeated to YouTube. So this should be posted on the morning of Sunday. What day is it?
Third.
The third.
Third.
September 3rd.
So Labor Day weekend, and we're doing our first stream to YouTube. Oh, and by the way, Matt Mercer, we're coming for you.
I wouldn't want any beef with that, man, but whatever.
All right.
All
So
out of
here we
love.
are. We're
All out
back
of
at the
love.
camp. So let's see what we're going to do now.
Matt, Nick, you stand out. That just makes you look good.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
You didn't introduce yourself.
And I'm Rachel. I'm your dungeon mistress. So, carry on.
As you were. As you were.
Perfect DM.
All right.
Well, second.
Alright, now, let's oh, wait, no, as you were.
Okay, so you guys have made it back from your foraging, and you had the discussion that, if I recall correctly, you were going to stay with the royal party and try to gather information.
Right.
Okay.
And we are completely unbothered about everything that has happened so far.
Yes.
Unbothered.
Show
Unconcerned.
any kind of concern to our human counterparts. We're going to just play it cool, give all the information we can, and then once we're done with our tour, we are to report back and talk to my future father-in-law.
To the real good guys.
The real good guys. Yes.
So
Yes.
now we're working for the elves.
We're double
Technically, I think
agents.
we have been.
So remember, the elves were driven from their homeland in the mountains by the Clanhal military forces some many decades before. And they're just fighting to get their home back.
Okay.
I know that.
Where the royal people live, that was the
Their
elves'
homeland.
home. So they need to
They're
get,
the,
where'd they come from?
Pretty much all of
They're the
Clanhal.
quintessential
They're the
farmers
Romans.
with AKs.
So pretty much
They're
like
the Romans.
Okay.
Well, and the question is, do they really want to start having trade
know
with
this.
us in our region, or are they trying to do something underhand?
That's what I'm
So
doing.
much bigger.
They're trying to, I think that maybe they're trying to get us to become their allies so they'll have more people that can go over and start, hurt the elves. Because doesn't
Commit
Rom
genocide.
Or
is
come
what
and,
you're saying.
Yep.
it's a good chance that they could come and invade our homeland.
Okay, so for
Yep.
the rest of my
Try and take
life,
over
I
there.
will actually keep my mouth shut.
Remember
That is a
last session,
beautiful
Bell
plan,
had
Ryan.
alluded to the fact that the diplomacy that they had sought with Ramsai, your home realm, could be a shade for invasion and assimilation.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm feeling.
So we've reported, we've got the information, so where do we go from here?
Oh, did we already cover the fact that this place is currently human dominated? Or did we not?
No, that might be something that the viewers want to know.
Yeah, so
So
I'm the
what-
only human in this group.
So what has happened is that this party has been sent by their realm across the sea to the kingdom of Clanhal, which is a militaristic empire. And what they found is there are only humans here. And any mention of any of the other races are to the west, past the western borders, which is considered the wild, wild west. So now the party is beginning to find out why. And those of you that are watching on our live stream, how's our sound? Can you give us a heads up on that? I know it's not going to be great right now. We're just getting our video working. But now
It's the first time.
we need to figure out the sound as well.
Yeah, it's the first time we're actually doing this with like this setup, so we don't know how loud we have to speak, how slow we have to speak. It's
Okay.
just a clustercluck.
We are running into the same issue with that camera as we were running with this one with me.
Yeah. Aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Belle, if you could sit back, please.
Oh.
We're
Maybe
gonna
we
have
should get
to.
like a table mounted
We're
camera.
gonna have to move that at the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
are.
we're gonna have to adjust. And again, this is our first time, so we'll adjust and move
Adjust.
forward.
Adjustments will be made accordingly.
Okay, Matt, so we're not quite coming for you yet, but
Not just
we're
yet.
working on it.
I mean, sound works.
Sound works.
Okay.
We're not gonna what now?
Is it good now with me sitting back?
Talking about
Yeah, no, you're good.
the other D&D whoever
That person.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we love.
No,
we
you're
love
Nick.
him, and that's what we're saying.
Yeah,
My name is
we
Matt.
love Matt.
I know.
Murphy.
Yeah.
I know.
we love him.
No,
He's
Well,
awesome.
yeah.
We kind of really do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's dead hot.
Well, I guess I should start watching it then, shouldn't I?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you're all in one tent, having this discussion. It is getting later in the evening. Your Anne Lee's love interest from the healers, Laya Vin,
Write that down.
has informed Anne Lee that the Queen will
She's gonna write
survive.
it down.
So, anything you want to add, Agnes, to your description of what was going on with you and your future father-in-law or grandfather-in-law?
Well, was it grandfather? Oh, there we
I thought it
go.
was, I thought it was husband.
Well, no, the grandfather.
That was the
it
young
was
one who brought us there.
The one who, well,
Adeline.
Adeline, that's his name. Well, Adeline was very respectful, you know, and everything. Brought me to his grandfather, where I spoke with him, and he told me that they, you know, they would like for us to maybe gather some information and let them, you know, once our tour of the kingdom is over, report back to him, and you know, that way if we need an escape route, a way to get away from them, we're going to be doing, we'll have to take that. But as of right now, we are gathering facts. We are getting, you know, just getting information together, and we're going to act, as Anne-Lee said, totally unbothered by anything that the
Royal
humans
family
have done,
does.
the royals have done. We have to just kind of play it cool.
So they were going to
That's gonna be
kidnap
so
the
hard for me.
queen to hold her hostage to
Yes.
give them back their land. So is that still going to be their ploy?
Mm.
He didn't say.
Okay.
He didn't say. Just he wants us to gather
Get
information.
information.
It makes me wonder if they're planning any other attacks while we're with them, and if they do, you know, maybe we can innocently help without it seeming.
You know, I'm just thinking about the last fight that we were in. We just showed these humans what we were capable of.
Yeah, they saw me.
Belle's
shoot
rage,
lightning
your magic, her sneak, my magic.
my lightning.
Well, they didn't necessarily see your lightning because that happened before they got up the hill.
Yeah.
They
saw
did
her
see the
rage,
aftermath
though.
of
That
my
was-
crispy critterness.
Unfortunately.
So
Got
now
your
they know
burnt chicken
what
nugget.
we're capable of. Now they know what we can do.
And we our healer, of course.
Yeah, if it comes to it, y'all just take off running and I'll hit him.
Marissa Ray's move, I love.
I'll warn you next time.
Yes, please. I'll get
Y'all
up
run
the
out
tree.
of
shirt
everybody.
I'll get up the tree.
Mother of
If you
Dragons.
see
that's
Reiner
cute.
running, try to keep up. Something's going terribly wrong.
Yeah. Something's gone horribly wrong.
Christopher,
What's he
stop.
done now?
They see us.
Okay. So what are we doing now? It's
Sleeping.
getting late in the evening.
Sleeping.
We're
I'm
gonna
tired.
sleep.
Let's
Yeah.
sleep.
It's getting a long
Winter
rest.
10.
Or a short rest.
So it is evening, and it is time for rest.
Rest.
That's
Let's do it.
No,
Should,
we'll get to
should
that.
some of us keep watch or no? Are we just good?
I think somebody needs to stay up.
I'll take first watch.
Let's second.
Yeah, screw y'all, I'm gonna say.
I'll take third.
Huh?
I'll take third
go
watch.
last.
Okay.
Fourth.
And no, I do not have no
2
allegiance
hours
this
each, and we're good.
Night
Trust me,
passes
my
without
allegiance is with this
incident.
group.
Great.
Wonderful.
Good. So we're up.
Yay.
All of you gain your hit points back and your spell slots.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
Right on.
now
Okay,
it
that's
is the
good.
next morning, and you hear a hustle about the camp outside of the tent. You hear shouting and moving about.
Here we go again.
Are they just packing up the camp?
Please, please let it
Wait,
be
is this
back
like
up
morning
there.
or midnight?
Morning.
Okay.
Next morning. So what's going on?
I know. Let's stick our heads outside and find out.
My head's the first to come
Agnes,
out.
as you look outside, you see the soldiers expertly breaking camp.
Cool.
And there's a squad of soldiers waiting for you all to get the hell out of your tents so they can break your tents down.
Hey, everybody.
Why didn't y'all wake us up?
Put me on.
I think that's what they just did.
Time to saddle up.
All right, let's go.
So your mounts are brought to you, and you
Camera.
are taken to the front of the mounted unit, where you see the queen in her carriage with her ladies in waiting. The king is mounted forward with his advisors behind him, and several scouts. You see them skittering down the road on their horses, heading out to find the way. Again, you were not too far from the capital city, which is make sure I get it right. Holgata. So you're about a half day's ride from Holgata when this whole terrible event took place. So the camp that you were in last night was hastily thrown together and torn down as quickly, or taken down as quickly. You're now on the King's Road back towards Holgata. And as you approach the capital city of Winterfall, Winterfall is a northern province, and the weather is beginning to turn at this time.
It's getting colder.
It's getting a bit cold. So as you approach Holgata, you notice
It's cold again.
that the population along the route is getting more and more dense. So you have more and more people. You keep running into more and more what looks like farms and just fairly agrarian structures and facilities. After about a day's ride, you can see the city of Holgata before you as you dip down into the shorelands in Winterfall. Holgata occupies a space between the mountains, a narrow space between the mountains and the shore. The shore is it's a pretty rough sea. It's a northern sea. So, what do you do?
So are we in fear of the elves attacking again at this point, or are we covered pretty much because we're so close to the city?
Probably not this close to the city.
It wouldn't be
I wouldn't
that
worry
long.
about the attacks right at this point.
Yeah, because we're pretty close to the city. I doubt they would have the gumption to attack.
You see, he didn't say anything about attacking again anytime soon.
Okay. Because he knows we're in there gathering information.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't think if he does, it would be kind of on our normal tour, act like everything is good.
The leader of this city.
The leader of this city, and we've had camera freeze, so we're going to have to fix that. But let me get to that. The leader.
It's that mean lady.
This is Winterfall, which is Werner Tenarian and Lord Armand Tenarian. So the warden is Werner.
Yeah, this thing
So
turned
let
off.
me see if I can get
That's
this
okay.
camera unfroze
Is it
here.
off?
Yeah, it's off. The thing turned off.
Yeah, so we're still having some technical difficulties there. All right, looks like we're back in the
There it
All
goes.
right, look at this guy.
And there we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, So,
I mean,
Verna, the warden is Verna Tenarian, and the Lord Armand Tenarian is her husband. And of course, the Tenarian sisters. They had the two girls that had just returned from the military, and they had held the birthday celebration at the border station, and was the third oldest sister was going into the military to perform her 2 years of obligatory service. So as you arrive, it's a city not unlike the capital city of Portus in Clanhal province. It's laid out rather neatly in grid form. You notice that the buildings, though, here are not the same light-colored stone as they were in Portus, but more a gray that reminds you of the mountains to your left as you roll into the city.
Nice.
The column continues on, and the royal party, the advisors, and all curl into what looks like a stronghold, a very well appointed stronghold, probably 4 towers, a surrounding tall wall, a moat, and then a big main hall at the center, and then in the upper bailey is a castle. So what's the royal party goes to the upper bailey, and you're led with them. And the soldiers make a turn at the gate and don't come into the stronghold, but go into an adjacent field and begin to set a camp. Bronwyn rides back to you all and says, pardon, the king and the queen have asked that you be given accommodations near them in the storm.
We thank them for the consideration.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I will send a runner for you.
Okay.
So, as the king and queen are escorted inside, Ferna and her husband and the 2 oldest and youngest sisters remaining at home with the warden of Venterfall.
My turn.
Soon, a young woman dressed in military garb, and she's of military service, and she looks very young, 17 at most, comes running up and says, lords, ladies, if you will follow me, I will show you to your accommodation.
Okay.
Okay.
We follow.
Let's
Who's
go.
the mean lady?
Don't know, don't care.
So Ferna, the warden, she has accompanied her daughter. She is the queen mother, of course. So she has accompanied her daughter into the stronghold. So after they have cleared the way, then they came and got you all, and they're leading you into the stronghold. And as you walk into, basically it's a big keep. As you walk in, you can see that the grand hall at the entrance is probably 100 feet long, 40 feet wide, with passages off to the side, and a grand staircase at the far end. And they lead you through the hall, and of course you guys have been in the field for a couple of days now, so you're not in the cleanest of shape. And they lead you up the stairwell to the 3rd story of this keep. And this is a very well appointed place, but you can tell it's also peppered with symbols of the province. There's stag heads hanging and horns and antlers and weapons hanging on the wall. You can tell it's a hunting lodge.
Well, some of us are feeling right at home again.
And they lead you down one of these well-appointed hallways, and there are 2 rooms, and standing beside 2 rooms are servants, and they look to be wearing the winter-type garb of the Winterfall people. They don't look military. They look like they're part of the household staff. And they escort the ladies to one room and the gentlemen to another room.
Is it as well guarded as the previous?
As far as you've seen, you haven't seen only the young lady that was escorting you is the only military presence you've seen inside the residence.
Oh,
Interesting.
The rooms inside are well kept. They are a bit Spartan, but they are very nice rooms with beds and baths and
Yes.
a sitting area
I know.
and
Those elves like the baths.
and
Let us be
windows
prissy, dang it.
looking out over a grill field.
I'm not really that excited. I'm just like, it's a bath.
Maybe
Have
the
one.
drill.
Yo,
Despite my sub-century life expectancy.
so we didn't get freshened up for dinner or whatever
Yeah, that's
That's what
the
we're
plan.
doing.
Okay.
Let's do it. We're being too nice.
So we have to put up.
It's a
Yeah,
nice
they
thing,
are
eh?
being too nice. You think I need to morph into like a butterfly again and kind of get on, see if I can hear anything? Or a snake? No, they'd eat that.
You're being way too nice.
So should I morph into something and well,
I don't know. I'm taking a bath.
So am I.
after a
it.
bath?
Should I join you?
But they're probably not having any kind of meetings now for us to hear anything unless it's just small talk.
Hey, that's up to you, man.
Okay. So, and the bathtubs are obviously wasted on the half-orc.
Yeah, we're not doing
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
Too
no.
Y'all need
Like-
a good
that. We're green
a good
anyway.
shower.
We don't care.
Fuck no.
All right.
Is that a bit of moss growing?
Besides, I took
Are they
that.
acting any difference
Like a couple
toward?
years
No, they're.
I
you
mean, at
haven't
this
s-
point, it could have been in the future. I could still be taking the bath. Who knows? You know.
You haven't seen Verna since the queen was injured, and since she gutted the elf and ordered the rest of them killed and returned to the encampment. The only time you've seen her is from behind in the ride up here. She hasn't interacted with you at all. She hasn't said a word. And when you arrived at keep, this is her keep. This is her castle.
The
So-
Queen Mother.
The Queen Mother,
Okay.
because she is the warden, and she hasn't said a word to you. She went inside with her daughter and her son-in-law, the king and queen, and you haven't seen them since.
I mean, so she hasn't said thanks for saving my kid or anything. Oh.
Not a word.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will. we
That's
won't
fair.
do next time.
I wonder if she even knows.
Considering
We won't go seven next time.
where we are, I consider that
Or I
kind of.
won't.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I'm looking forward to eating. So what do they serve?
yeah. What are they
That's
serving?
something we're all looking forward to.
Yeah, what's your chow?
There's after you guys are ready, a runner comes, and then this is household staff. It's not a military runner, and you notice that they've got kind of leathers that they wear with some fur trim and things like that. It's just the garb of the north, and a runner comes and knocks on your doors and invites you to the great hall for dinner.
Good.
So, which have you got?
Nope.
I'm going.
I'm
I'm
going.
going.
Yeah, we're all.
Hang on. I spaced out. What?
We've
Are
been
we going
invited
to
to
dinner?
dinner. You going?
Yep.
Yeah, we need to go. Do we have to put our vest on or
Nah.
Nope.
No, these people
Just
don't
something
deserve our
clean.
best.
Yeah.
Just something clean.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
something
so
not.
the rest of the
Oh,
party.
please.
I'm
Dusty.
wearing the gambeson I wear underneath my armor.
Yeah, I'm just not dusty
So Reiner
right now.
decides
Great.
to remain in the room,
Fantastic.
and the rest of the party are led by the escort to a great hall, real similar to the one at the King and Queen's Palace, not quite as big. It's a big hall for, say, 200 people. There are tables and benches, and then you have a dais up front, and which is where the King and Queen are sitting. And Ferna and her husband,
Who's
Lord
the other
Armand, Verna, excuse me, and so it's less of a formal. We're going to talk to you and you're going to listen type thing. It's more of a just, let's see,
So the queen's there
Cool.
the Queen is there.
So we can put eyes on her. We know she's good.
too? Alright. So apparently the poison arrow
Did nothing.
just made her tired.
Yeah, how
So
does she
the
look?
royal party is up front eating with their family, and there's soldiers about. This seems like a reward for the soldiers that remained in the party, because they lost several in the battle with the elves.
Did they lose several?
Yes.
Okay, so
Remember, I'm bothered.
maybe I should get my food and go.
So they've got ale and pork and venison and
Oh wait, did you say pork?
Venison.
maybe we'll say a
Hey,
bit.
Nana, I got venison.
I'm not
Stay a
gonna-
minute.
All right, and they do have a few vegetables, not many.
As
This
long as
is-
they got potatoes and bread, I'll be fine.
This is a hunting type place.
I'm just really not eating venison.
Okay.
It sounds like
I'll
bad
eat your
for me.
Yeah.
portion. I'll
can
eat
have
your
it.
portion.
Can they do magic, the servers, like the kitchen staff did at the previous?
Yeah, occasionally you see somebody doing a little bit. It looks like
But
folk
nothing
folk
flamboyant.
magic,
Salt,
kind of
come
stuff.
hither.
Yeah.
Could
You know,
this-
they're
could-
moving shit across the table and stuff like that.
Could
Not-
thi-
not anything.
Human grab it.
Could this be the people? Could this be the spots that the elves have because they can do music? They can do magic.
Probably not. They wouldn't do it because it would be, if they were the only ones who could do magic, they would be spotted.
Immediately.
Well, they did it at the other mansion, at the other place too,
That's
when
what
we
I'm
first
saying.
got there. So,
So after about a half an hour, you see the king and queen rise. The king with his hand out, the queen with her hand upon his, and they turn, and as they stand, the rest of the room stands,
So we stand.
So we
So we
stand.
except for the orcs, obviously. So the
We're standing.
what?
Excuse
We're
me?
not.
So the king and queen turn and they leave, and followed soon by Verna and Armand, and the sisters to them. So the rest of the night is pretty raucous with the soldiers. It seems like the king and queen leaving was their cue to
Cut loose.
kind of cut loose. They
Relax. Have
they
a
can
little
lay
fun.
down some decorum and now have a few more ale and some more wine and
Ooh,
So we
ale.
could get some
Me.
information.
And some ale.
comes in pints.
I wouldn't
Get
mind
the
some
one.
ale.
Take a pint.
16.
Especially
Hey,
after the
hey,
day I've had.
Cuppa.
Nick,
I've had the one glass of
Nick.
wine. I don't need to get crying in my cups again. I'm good.
Nick, our character moment, like, just be smart and bring me like 2 bottles.
Yeah,
I'll
I
bring
like the
you
idea
3.
of talking to drunk soldiers.
there we go.
That's
All
a good
right,
idea.
so
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
no metagaming. So onward and upwards. What do you guys do?
I guess I'm gonna.
We're gonna talk
We're
to
gonna
drunk
go
soldiers.
socialize with
Yeah.
soldiers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with
Questions on the
Tally
download.
for a change.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit
Just
back
like
and
walk
watch.
and talk.
Now most of these soldiers are very young.
Come here.
They're 17, 18,
Come on.
19, 20, 21 years old. They're very at the very beginning of their military service. There are a few more seasoned soldiers about. some
That's who we need
about
to talk
in their
to.
mid-20s, mid-30s, or their immediate kind of like sergeants. And then you see occasionally some older people that are just kind of, you know, they're the more reserved. They're kind of watching over things, making. Occasionally you'll see a soldier flung across the table, and somebody will walk up and go, enough, and they kind of shut it down pretty quick. So
who's our best socializer?
it's a
think
target-rich
probably
environment.
They're going to be
good
comfortable talking to a human, aren't they?
Perhaps. But I think we should kind of listen into, especially where the older ones are, because, you know, they still, you know how it is when older people get around younger people. They start running
go
their
sit by the
mouths
old
about
folks.
them. Sit by the old folks and
We'll go sit by the old
let's
folks.
go hear what they have to say.
Yes.
You still have drink in
Throw it
this.
out, throw it
So are we hearing anything interesting
Well,
from
you know,
them?
it's just the same scuttlebutt, you know, and there's a few of them talking about how they kicked the elves' asses, and they beat them soundly, and the cowards ran off into the woods, and you notice that, you know, of the number of soldiers that you saw in the battle between the elven archers and the spearmen that Verna brought up the side of the mountain, there were probably about 20 soldiers and 25 soldiers and their officers and Verna and Hedda and the queen's sister Hedda. But you notice that there's probably 50, 75 soldiers talking about their brave feats in this battle against the elves.
Which we
Well,
know
it was
this is
mostly
total
us.
BS, but hey, remember, happy faces. Happy faces. Put the fire away. Put the fire away.
Well, what could we ask them then that would prompt some information that we could share with the elves? I don't know if all they're doing is talking about themselves and how great they are. We won't. What kind of information could we get? Any kind of history, or how often do they attack, or what do they think they want? Or, I mean, we know what they want, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's me sitting next to the old guys and just kind of like,
So
Investigation.
the older persons are the, you know, they're more the officer class and the senior non-coms, and they're sitting there and they're having discussions. You know, they're just discussing, you know, their homes and their families, and you know, it's good to get off the road. Some nice facilities here. They're going to have some good food for a little while. You know, the kids did well, you know, running that scum back into the mountains. You know, and you've got one guy over there that's really a lot older. You can tell he's seen a few battles, and he's not saying too much. He's just sitting there watching everybody.
yeah,
And listening to everybody
He's doing the
brag
same as
about
us.
their.
he's the one I'm gonna go talk to.
Let's get him drunk.
No, my job.
Yeah, get him drunk.
Can I
So
join an
he's a-
alien this?
So he's
with Tony.
Okay.
he's probably in his
I'm with
mid
Tally.
50s, maybe early 60s.
My age.
Yeah, and you can tell he's built like a piece of leather. I mean, his armor is as clean and as shiny and as brilliant as anything you've seen, but you can see there's occasional nicks and gashes, and he has scars on his fingers, and you know, he's seen a few battles here and there, and he's just sitting there nursing his ale and just enjoying, relaxing, not having to be outside.
I'm gonna walk up to him. You mind if I join you, sir? You seem like you're doing about what I've been doing, watching
And
the
he
young
looks
ones.
up at you and he goes, "Oh, you're one of that bunch from across the sea."
I am.
Sure.
I'm just gonna cop a squat.
Thank you. And I sit on down by him.
Ale?
Well, I won't turn it down. Sure.
So he reaches and grabs a picture and he pours a flagon and he slides it across the table. Were you part of the bunch at the top of the hill? I got word that all of you pretty much took it to the end. And he looks at your ears and he goes,
Only half. Only half.
You mean like use it now?
right?
I didn't ask. I didn't ask. I left that side of the family.
What a curse.
Does that happen often? Like,
Well, you wouldn't think so, but the devils, you know, they... there's no telling what they'll do.
we had been told there weren't any left.
Well, they're all supposed to be west of the border, in the wildlands. But occasionally they try to get back across the border and get what we have. And I guess as long as they keep doing that, we'll have a job for the Empire.
As you should. I'm glad the Queen's okay. That
She's a tough girl.
We were
she
worried
seems
about
it.
it.
She seems it.
She served in my division when she was doing her mandatory, obligatory military service. She was a very tough girl. Most of these Northerners aren't.
We've had experience with tough Northerners in our time.
She's quite the soldier. You wouldn't believe it, but she is. And her husband, although I believe she could best him.
You know, I admire that. I admire that.
What about
She'll
the
be
queen
just
mother?
fine. And you know, the poison apparently wasn't to kill her, it was just to disable her.
That was weird to me.
They were trying to take her.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what it seemed like.
Why?
You're not there.
Okay.
We're being old farts in the corner. Let us be old farts in the corner.
Maya.
So you're pretty amiable for a young half-breed. Where does your family, where does the human side of you come from?
Oh, we're from Ramsay, across the sea.
Well, of course.
I don't really know. I didn't spend much time with my mother's side of the family.
Well, I hate that for you. A
She-
mother is essential to a good raising.
I know my sister. I have a full human sister. She grew up with her. She turned out to be just the sweetest, most tenacious girl.
Her name's not Vixra, is it?
Yeah.
She's in the mix somewhere.
Well, I've enjoyed your company. I think I'm gonna get to my tent as much as I've enjoyed this opulence. I need to get back outside before I get soft.
Well, thank you for allowing me to sit with you.
And I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Anley. Manly.
I'm Andor.
Nice.
That's freaking cool.
What'd you find out?
You see the old guy get up and
No, I thought you
he
knew that.
kind of studies himself, looks towards the door and makes a run for it, or a leaning walk, shall we say. And out of the hall he goes. And you notice this about
Drunker
the
than I
hall.
thought.
The soldiers are beginning to thin from the hall, and servants are beginning to come in and clear the tables. And I mean, this is really, really good fare for these soldiers, because most of the time they have to fend for themselves and feed themselves or eat whatever is hunted and brought to the camps. So
I'm
to
just
be able
gonna
to
take
eat in a
these
castle
leftovers.
with the royal family is quite a reward.
Leftovers.
Give me some.
Are you really trying to take food from an orc?
I'm
So
hungry.
one thing we could look at is how many soldiers there are, how many
I trust
how
myself
many are
right.
in a group
Okay,
or a
here's one.
cluster, where they're placed as far as when they're moving and when they're stationary. So that's some stuff we could pass on.
Yeah, they would be interested in that. Anyway. Well, friends, I think it's time we retire as well.
Bring back a
Well,
drink.
let us do that.
Nick,
So as you
drink.
all rise to
Yeah.
to,
Oh.
to leave, yeah.
I'm bringing Reiner like 3 things of ale.
Okay. So as
And
you
I've
all
got his
rise
food.
to leave, they're in pictures.
Oh,
So
I got like 2 pitchers in.
okay.
Just like
Got a
what,
platter.
3 things?
You notice that there's, that you get a few looks as you're leaving the hall, and there's no escort to take you back to your place. You're kind of on your own.
Hmm.
Oh,
Interesting.
shall we take a stroll?
I'd say we should take a stroll.
We
I
should
say
stroll
we
the
should.
evening
I like
constitutional. So do
So
Feeling a little gassy, need to go
if
outside.
you all have decided
the
to
long way
take a
back?
stroll, we're going to take a break.
Yes.
Yes.
And when we come back,
We're going to take Audrey for a walk.
we will take a stroll,
Oh,
and we will
sorry,
see
baby.
what happens from there.
you under my seat?
And welcome back, everybody, to
We're frozen.
Fairy Wings and Dragon Tales.
Yeah, our side's frozen.
So your size is frozen, so let me pull that back up and see if we can get that taken care of.
Well, that mic's working.
Alright, let's reactivate that and go, okay. So we're going to do this. Plug it back in. Okay, these Aukey PC-LM1E cameras? No.
We will be
Not so
upgrading
much.
as soon as conveniently
Yeah.
possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're back again. It looks like everybody is moving around.
Butterfly.
Somebody,
there we go.
everybody wave. Woohoo! Okay, we're working.
I'm not. We're not.
There it goes. Hold on.
There we go.
We're kind of far behind, but
So,
Yeah, we're.
you
it's a
guys have
delay.
left the Great Hall and are discussing a evening constitutional, and that doesn't mean a trip to the outhouse.
No. Audrey wants to take a walk. She wants to see what's around here.
And we must take care of our dragon.
I mean,
Our beloved dragon.
happy dragon, happy life.
I think she needs to go up and
So we got to find out what was found out from the old gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh, that I'll tell us in our rooms with no ears around.
Okay, sounds good.
You don't think there'll be ears around with the dragons?
I don't know.
They're
Alright,
gonna
so
run
where do
away.
you
I
guys
trust
go?
nothing.
You gonna
walk the
stay in the
perimeter.
building? You gonna leave the building?
No, we're gonna leave the building. Want to leave the building?
Well, do we have to leave
split
the
up?
building to get back to our room?
Could I?
No.
Come back.
Okay.
I'm
well,
gonna.
we can
I
stay
need
on
my
the
drink.
inside.
I gave
We
you
can
your
just keep
drinks.
our ears open and just I just want to kind of walk some of this dinner off and
your eyes okay, Christopher?
see what we
Oh,
can
yeah,
hear.
that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the room with Reiner just to give him his food and drink.
Yeah. We'll go back to the room.
We know you're
Okay,
thirsty.
so
Shut up.
It's alcohol.
Nick is headed back to the room.
I am too.
With
he's gonna
Anley.
give- And Anley. So it is Agnes
I
and
want to
who
get
else?
drunk.
Tally? Oh, and Gatsby. So as you're strolling around and you're looking around, you got 2 half elves and a half orc
Where's Belle?
wandering.
I'm just wandering around.
You just got 2 half orcs.
Okay, so Belle's going with them?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
2 half orc, 2 half elf.
The girls are
Walking
doing the
and
scouting.
talking.
The boys are going back to the room.
You guys are wandering around and eventually you find your way back to the stairwell that leads into the great hall at the main entrance to this castle. There's not much around. You see a couple of soldiers moving in and out. They're moving back towards their encampment after having dinner. And there are several, adjacent hallways.
So not much protection.
Like,
No,
street.
no, it's wide open.
Anybody dispel magic, detect magic anywhere? Or?
I doubt they're using magic right now.
Reiner, we're in the
No
room.
metagame.
I know, I'm looking at this.
Alright, so what do y'all think?
I don't think I'm metagaming. I'm just
It's very relaxed.
No, we're just in the room.
Why did it go from
90 to nothing all at once.
seriously? I mean,
All the guards, and then now.
they even guarded us in our room, and now nothing to be found.
You think maybe they trust us now? That's what I was thinking. They trust us. We
Or they
fighting
put something
on
in
their
the room
side.
where they can hear us talk.
I don't think we're at that. No, I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, who knows what their magic can do? They saw what ours can do. We don't know if they have ears popping out of bushes.
Little big butterflies.
So we need to make sure we don't discuss anything having
Prove
to
Can we
do
do
with
a
that.
let's do a check. Let's see if we can detect any magic besides our own.
Does anybody have a detect magic?
There was a
It was a
there was
love
a
bug.
bug on you.
It was a love bug.
Ooh,
I
you
have
fix to get
defenses.
luck.
I eat a bug.
All my spells are defensive spells.
No, luck for her is not good for us.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, it is.
Not all the time.
I have a detect
Because
thoughts.
they look at bad guys. she can
Ooh, that's a
detect
good one.
numbers.
I don't have any detect.
Perhaps I could detect somebody's thoughts. I need a copper piece though.
You do have a copper piece.
You have a copy.
Okay.
You have.
For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. And you cast the spell, and as your action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you chose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. Huh.
But
While
whose
we're in the
thoughts
room,
would
can I
you
just-
detect?
Yeah, I know.
Educate
There's
Reiner.
nobody around. It's pointless.
There's an occasional soldier moving in and out, but basically,
I wonder what the
the-
soldiers think of us.
the castle is beginning to close down for the night.
Okay.
Uh,
Perhaps we should wait until we're on the road tomorrow before we have any discussions about anything said or.
I still want to know what Anley found out from that old man.
That's what I'm talking about. Is maybe once we're on the road tomorrow,
So don't say
Yes.
anything in the room.
just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Better than us blabbing to each other and then they hear it and.
Wish we could talk in code.
Do they speak Elfish?
We speak pre-common.
Oh, wait a minute, I can do that.
Pre-common.
I can speak, read, and write Common, Elvish, and other extra languages of my choice.
Pre-common,
Pre-common.
because you are a part.
I like pre-common.
You all are part of the party that went back to
I know
just after the
too.
breaking.
The elk
yes.
hunters.
And they picked it up.
The antler riders,
So you could tell
Picked up a
us.
very
riders.
antler riders, and
amateur version.
the bear killers.
So in pre-common, what'd you find out?
Well, are
Yeah,
y'all back
so
in the room
let's go
yet?
back to the room.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that. Back to the room we go.
Come on,
Yeah,
Audrey.
I'm
Okay, for
Currently
those of
just-
you that are playing along with our home game, the party had traveled back to the breaking of the world, or just after the breaking, and they survived with a tribe on a tundra called the Antler Riders. And this tribe spoke a version of Common that was spoken before the Common that is spoken now. So it is a totally separate language known as Pre-Common.
There's no way that they'll know this language, right? They
I would
have no way of
assume
knowing.
not.
Okay.
You know, firstly, they're not from Ramsai, and secondly, they're not 1,100 years old.
And thirdly, even the people of Ramsai didn't realize what happened. For the most part.
Okay.
They had the books that couldn't be decoded because nobody spoke pre-common.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm good with pre-common.
Me
Pretty
too.
common.
Unless you guys can speak Orcish, which we know they cannot speak.
I speak Dwarven. So does
Same.
Reiner, funny enough.
Huh?
You speak Dwarvish, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
don't
speak Elven,
Orcish, we
pre-common,
speak
and common.
Hold on, let me. I speak Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and then now.
Okay, so where are you guys going then? Back to your room?
Back to the room.
Let's go to the room.
Alright, so you wander back to your rooms, all in one room, or?
I think we all. Yeah.
we
Let's,
live in a
let's
room.
powwow and
Well,
We
we're all
feel
like
like we're
one.
laughing
The
and
boys-
stuff.
the
at
girls have a
times,
room, the
just
boys
in
have a
case
room.
somebody's.
All right.
Okay,
So-
party in the boys' room.
party in.
Woo!
Yay.
I would like to say it's the first
Very
time.
light.
So we could do 2 languages and keep it quiet. So the
Yeah.
other people that don't know for pre-common.
Well, they've
I
picked
know
up
that.
enough.
Oh, you think they have? Okay.
I'm sure they've picked
Yeah,
up
we
enough.
have.
I've practiced a lot.
Okay, well tell us.
Tell us.
Okay, so talked with that old dude. He was in his cups. All right. Apparently, this isn't the first elf attack they've had. They know that there are elves coming in and out of here. They know that they're there. They lied to us.
There's a big surprise.
I know, but not just they lied to us. They bold-faced lied to us. All the elves are out west. And then this old dude's like, oh no, they're tenacious. They come in and out all the time. They're always attacking.
I wonder if there are more races.
He didn't say anything. All I know, I asked about the elves.
I've been looking for dwarven craftsmanship and haven't found any.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Dwarven craftsmanship's the best.
You okay?
Dwarf cells, yeah. They're cool.
Tell her she can come in.
Alright, so,
Hey, knife here.
Huh?
So, like, we need to double down on that we're not bothered by anything, because now it's going to be even harder to keep our faces quiet.
Yeah, I do face out loud.
You certainly do. You growl at people too. So
You face a little louder than all of us.
At least this time I didn't get drunk.
Thank God.
All the gods.
All of them.
I was walking beside you, and I'm decently surprised you weren't drunk.
So if they come in and out that often, then and they're relaxed, they must not think they're going to come into the city, as we've said before. But whenever we get back on the road, we don't know when they might come. And like y'all said, what are we going to do if they do? Are we going to flip over to the other side?
No, we're on recon now.
No, but I mean, are we? If we're attacked, are we going to fight back?
Perhaps
I say we fight back. Now, aim over their shoulders, as it were.
Oh, okay.
Aim over
put
their
on a good
soldiers.
front.
Trip.
Okay.
Where's she going, baby? Okay.
Okay.
So that'll be our plan.
Go put it in the refrigerator.
I won't throw any magic.
I've done all.
Well, here's
Maybe
maybe
a fireball, but
we didn't see how many of them were there. Like, were there a lot of them?
It ain't hot.
Because we only saw the cute one.
There seems to be quite a few.
yeah, Audrey had shown me a full encampment.
And that's just one, right?
The one that we visited. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm
no,
sure
it was
there's
an encampment of, say, 5 or 6. 6 to 10, I believe was the description.
Oh, was he?
Of what was left over from what we fought before.
Let me go back and check the notes just to make
So
sure.
they're
How's
high
about
in
what you said?
numbers.
Less than a
Grab
dozen.
one.
They're also good.
High in numbers.
They may $1.
Well, when she came up, she
Okay,
saw
thank you.
less than 10
Thank you.
figures.
And I've done a whole-
Well, let's just be a small group of them, though. There's got to be a ton of them if they ran them all out of their city
Pig.
or their area.
We need to rename Dottie Peppa Pig. Jeez.
Yeah, it was
Don't
6
give her
to
your
10.
food. Don't give it to her. That's yours.
Okay. So the night comes to an end. It's getting pretty late. You guys, the buzz is wearing off.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Time to make dodo.
I'm constantly.
Would you be
drinking.
comfortable with Nick just waking up, like, nuzzled to Nick?
Yes, it's
Okay.
cold.
Okay.
Act like I didn't cuddle up to you first. It's cold. I don't like cold.
Okay.
You too. My goodness.
I puke up half of what I just drank.
So,
G-rated cuddles. Come on. It would be the same if I was cuddling to you.
As the sunlight from the morning filters through the window,
Slave.
it brings you aware. Some of you have splitting headaches. And there is a sharp rap at your door.
Go get
Keep rocking,
Go
I'll
get
punch you.
I'll get it.
It's your job.
I open the door.
There is a very well-appointed young soldier standing there and says, "My lord, your presence is requested on the drill field.
All of us or just me?
All of you."
All right. I turn around and say, "All right, 8 people. Let's
Let's
get
roll.
up."
Same
Ew.
for the
I ain't
the
getting up.
ladies' room. My lady, your presence is requested on the drill field
On our way.
as soon as possible.
Oh, good.
All right.
I get
On
armored
our
up and
way.
just like, let's
I
go.
do- I do the same. I start doing left, right, about face down the hallways.
We're good with that.
Fine.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
So as you gather up and as
I
you
love
open the
that.
door, who
Yeah,
opens the
it's
door first? Nick, Tally, as you open the door, you see an entire retinue of soldiers in the hall.
Oh crap.
Before and the rear, there's approximately a dozen of them.
We can take it. I didn't say
don't
that
think
out
so.
loud.
And the young
I don't think
soldier
so.
that opened,
Shut up,
that
Trigger.
knocked on the door, says, "Follow me."
Racist.
All right,
And
let's go.
turns and begins to walk. The soldiers behind you walk up and sort of urge you on the way.
They're
This
surrounding us.
Yes.
Oh no.
this does not seem.
This doesn't seem good.
Somebody
look at-
followed us.
I'll look at you.
I didn't betray us.
No,
I'll
no,
go
I
to
look
I'll
through
go to
small
the
light.
back. I'll be in the back.
No, you
or
know
the
what I mean,
front.
but when
You
I'm
want front or
smiling.
back?
We need to all put on
I'll
our
Get some.
I'll be
gear.
As they
middle.
lead you down
Okay.
the hallway, they turn back to the left and then back again to the right and down a set of stairs. As you go down the stairs, you get to a hallway, they turn back to the right. And you walk out a set of main doors onto the drill field.
Okay.
Standing on the drill field are scores of soldiers. Hundreds.
Lightning strike.
Hundreds of mounted soldiers. And they are all facing to the left.
Okay.
If you look to the left, you see a huge platform, approximately 6 foot in height. And standing on the platform is Verna Tenarian,
Beautiful.
flanked
Nice.
by her husband, Armand. The Tenarian sisters. And as the soldiers march you out through the drill field, through the units standing in formation, they move you to the left and up towards the platform. So you follow? Do you resist?
I'm going with them. I'm not resisting
Just follow.
nothing.
Just follow.
I'm
Follow,
following.
because we're
Yeah.
still doing the,
Follow
the
for
nice
now.
thing. We're still acting like we're.
Yeah, so in the
Something
line, I'm going to
happens.
be like,
I'm just gonna let
still
if it
nice.
comes to it, I'm just
Still
gonna lose,
nice.
I'm just gonna make it to where I lose complete control.
No,
Still
you're not.
nice.
Still nice.
Don't.
We have to. We have
Yeah,
to
I said if
pretend.
it comes to that.
No, you're not.
There's too
Rein
many.
it in.
Stop kissing at people.
So they walk up to the platform and you can see there's a set of stairs going up the platform. And they come to a halt. The soldiers in front of you step aside and form a guard along the stairs. Verna Tenarian steps forward. And in a booming voice you wouldn't expect from this small woman, she says, "In a vicious attack, these barbarians, animals from the west, have invaded our empire. The heroic soldiers of the 12th Foot drove them back and saved our queen, my daughter." honored envoys from the East played a great part in the battle. The Queen has named Sir Nick and Lady Tally as heroes of the Empire.
Well,
Step forward.
Lightning bolt so
Step
far.
forward.
We both step forward, I guess. Just like urge. Come on. Come on.
Step forward.
I'm so uncomfortable with this.
So am I. But gotta make
So
do.
you go up the stairs?
Shove it-
Yes.
Just take your hiss and
She's
shove it up
grudgingly
your butt real quick.
giving you some honors. Take them.
Shove that
Okay.
growl up your butt.
Okay, I'll go up the stairs.
As you walk up the stairs, you see the Queen step forward from behind her mother. And she walks forward to you.
Okay.
She says, Lady Tally, thank you. If it were not for you, I would have been taken. And she reaches up and grabs you and holds you.
I'm gonna,
Just gently hug her back.
Nose in your arm. Her nose in your armpit. She'll pass out.
there.
She pulls away
Big shoulder.
and turns to one of her retinue who has a pillow, and upon it is a ribbon with the symbol of the Empire in a metal form. And she holds it way up in the air, trying to get it over your head.
Bend down.
She places it over your head and droops it onto your chest. Thank you.
Ample bosom.
You will have my, you have
Oh, sorry,
my
Winnie.
gratitude. Sir Nick, if it weren't for your shield, Lady Tally and I may have fallen. Thank you. And she reaches around you and gives you a hug.
I give her a subtle hug back, just as like, you're welcome. Don't worry.
You give her
Is that a roll of gold pieces in your pocket?
You
Or
give her-
Yeah, no. It's not what you think. It's
she
gold.
says, turns and she grabs the metal
I like that.
I
and
bet.
she slips it over your head.
Give a gentle bow as she does so.
If you were to turn to the soldiers.
Me?
Yes.
You're the human.
I turn.
Lady Tally, would you turn to the soldiers so that they may see what a hero of the Empire looks like?
I guess we turn.
They're
We
like,
turn towards the
"Oh,
soldiers."
really?" They're like,
And I guess. I'm guessing we have observed them like saluting.
You hear them. You hear all these orders being screamed, and calling them to attention, and calling attention to the heroes of the Empire upon the stage. And you hear them
check your
This is
thoughts.
making me feel weird now.
show your gratitude, and you hear this just cheer rise over the soldiers in attendance.
Okay. Well,
No, I think we're in solid. I think we're in solid.
great.
You see the king behind the
they
queen.
freaked up now.
He walks forward and he says, "Thank you."
Just doing what was right.
And he reaches back and he pulls forward these medals, these 5 medals hanging on ribbons. He says, "Lady Tally, these are for your compatriots. They fought bravely in our battles. They did not have to fight our battles." And you see they're nice medals, but they're not like the ones you guys wear.
We did the
They're
fighting.
kind
got
of like
Olympic
Come on, man.
they're kind of like consolation medals.
I mean,
We did the
participation
fighting.
medal.
Thanks so much.
I've got a participation
You got a
medal.
participation medal.
I got shot by lightning.
I High five for mediocrity.
What are we supposed
High
to do about the
five for
elves?
politically correctness.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Now we're all in with them. What do we do? Are we still going to do that?
Mhm.
They're
Help
thankful
out?
yeah.
for us. Like, what are we
Yeah.
supposed to do now?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're definitely still.
We're double
elder.
agents.
Oh yeah.
Lady
No,
Carter,
frick y'all, I'm out.
we should be on our way.
I'm out of that business.
Okay.
So
They
I
just
guess
thanked us.
you
I'm
want me to
out
go
of
bring
that.
them to them, or
I'm,
you want to?
I'm out of
seeing as
this.
you're uncomfortable here.
I'm out. I'm not helping the elves
I mean-
no more. I'm helping them because
There you go.
It's about a 4-day ride.
Weenie gets a medal too.
It's a 4-day ride to Jackness.
Is it chocolate in here?
I want to help them now. I don't want to help the elves.
Jackness
We
is,
just got thanked.
You are
think
an
it's real
elf.
Jackness is
Half.
our northernmost port
Your daddy
city.
raped my mom.
You still got
You
knife
will
ears.
catch
All right.
Transport to Nordgard from Jackness. We will catch the transport. I would ask that you and your party ride abreast the royal carriage.
Does that mean forward or behind it?
Around
It
it.
means,
Oh.
yeah. It means like we are the.
We're basically guarding
We're
the
on
queen.
We're
patrol
like
now.
guarding the queen now.
So that's fun.
They
As
apparently
you-
trust us.
As you turn to walk down the stairway to give everybody their consolation medal, you see Verna just scowl at you.
Don't hiss.
Don't hiss.
At least scowl back. I mean,
No.
I can think we can make it seem like it's a smile.
No,
That's
It's a
how she
grimace.
smiles. It's a,
he's trying to like, trying to make it look like a smile, but also.
so intimidating with my broken tusk.
You're grinded down to like look like regular tooth.
So yeah, I'll scowl back at her.
Showing
So,
your war
as you-
face.
Not the whole
As you
world.
make your way off the platform and down where the soldiers escort you to where your horses have been prepared for you.
Did they take our stuff from the rooms?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
you.
that means they went through our stuff.
No.
I trust these humans about as far as I can throw them, and I can throw them pretty far.
I trust them as far as I can throw them. That's not
But
that
don't
far.
touch my stuff.
No,
Lighten
no,
up,
no
Francis.
touchies.
Don't
I
mess
said no
with.
touchies.
That's you. I'm
I
trying to
told you no
lighten
touchies.
up.
Why you touching?
Any of you
The do.
touch my stuff, I'll kill you.
I
Well, it
ask
looks
that you
like
please
we're
don't
going
touch
on
my
a
stuff.
ride.
Yep.
If you have to,
Alright.
So
then
our
do it.
Saddle
journey
up, everybody.
There's
Don't
two
touch
things
my
you need to know.
I
There's
pat
two
my horse
rules.
Glenn
You
on
touch
his
my
back.
stuff, I kill you. The second rule
See my
is
medal?
don't forget the first one.
Small medal.
Alright, so
Yay.
as you
Does that have chocolate inside?
gather up and get upon your horses, of course the half-orcs have these huge, large war horses.
Big donkeys.
I have my lovely
I'm just
Stark
joking.
Glen.
He's got a Shetland.
It's not a pony. He's a horse.
A Shetland
I'm not
is
that
a horse.
short.
I can turn
You
it
don't
into
know.
a beautiful butterfly.
You notice the queen and the king and Verna and Armand and the sisters come down off the platform and make their way to their horse and the queen's carriage. You hear the soldiers shouting orders, and they all turn and move, and they line up. And of course, there's a line of mounted soldiers, or a group of mounted soldiers ahead now of the royal party. And you're expected to fall in behind the king, but around the queen's carriage.
Okay.
Left. I'm on the left.
Who's got the best listening ears?
You mean passive perception?
The F's.
Yeah. So
Radars.
get as close to the carriage as you can
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
and listen.
Oh,
I kind of have
We'll ride
decent
behind it.
perception. Hold up. Wait a minute.
I have plus 4%.
Okay. So the 4 days travel to
Jagnus.
Jagnus is uneventful.
Of course, it's uneventful.
No, thank
There's
God.
encampments on every evening. Your tents are now thrown towards the royal tents. You're no longer off with the officer corps and the senior soldiers corps. You're more towards the officers or towards the royal tents. Hanley. There's about the second night, instead of being completely uneventful, a messenger sent to the tent.
Of course.
I'm gonna start rolling some stuff.
Excuse
I'm
me.
gonna start rolling dice. Come on.
Requesting your presence at the healer's tent.
You want me to go with you, or
Cackle.
Do you take
anyway, you want me to go with you, or no?
Take me instead.
Man, a tree.
KISSSIN.
Take me instead.
It's too many S's.
I'm taking Reiner because you might rip her head off.
Me?
Yeah, you.
You taking me?
I'll go
No, I'm
with
taking
you.
Reiner because
Ah.
you might rip her head off.
Thank you, Bernie.
Come on, Reiner. I need backup.
Can I convince Anley to bring me?
I'm so
No.
glad you
No,
got it.
no. I
What about
can't.
Belle?
I
Do you
will
bring
roll
Belle?
for it.
I'm
I
taking
can't.
Are
Reiner.
you gonna trust to
I will kill
take
him.
him? Because
Up to her.
he
It's not
can't
absolute
keep
I'm
proof.
taking
Yeah.
Reiner. I don't want you in
I can
trouble.
watch it over and over.
I do.
I
I
kill
watch
you.
it to go to
You
sleep.
have to keep
too.
yourself in check though,
Don't get me in
Everyone's
trouble, okay?
because you could blow the whole thing.
You're really
You
taking
gotta
the
play
druid.
nice.
I'm a sneaky.
Hey, but
Okay.
if you want to gently out me. But I'm taking the druid. All right, go to the healer's tent.
As you make your way to the healer's tent and you open it up, it's empty except for Liavin.
Attention.
Now, Liavin is a tall, thin blonde with delicate hands. And she's kind of an older girl, about in her 30s. So she has the scars of a soldier. But she is a healer. You've seen her heal. You know her skill. And she says, "Oh, I thought you might come along."
I love that. I love it.
Sorry, it's just a.
Can I
In
stop
Ramsai, ladies and gentlemen who are unattached aren't always like they're not left alone. You know, chaperone purposes. This is Reiner. This is my friend.
I love it, baby.
She looks at Reiner and goes, "Okay."
You go, baby.
Because, of course, this is a martial society, and tree huggers are not really their favorite kind of people.
Yeah, it's okay. He can throw lightning like the best of them.
And to that she responds, "Oh, is this how you got? Oh,
Yeah. Blame him.
Mother.
I was hoping that we might have a private conversation."
In what capacity?
My boy's
Can I stealth check?
No.
My boy's game.
Oh,
He likes me.
that,
Speak up. Rebecca can hear me, but not you.
that we may discuss things.
He likes me.
Does he make cutie eyes at him? Or?
I mean,
She's kind of ignoring Rhonda.
Yeah.
The guy likes men.
That's
Don't you
my
think that's
elf.
weird?
just
That's my elf.
eat.
Oh,
Just
God.
talk to her. See what you can pump out of her.
You gotta take one for the team.
Metagame.
If he could stay outside the door.
Tell him, get out.
I'm old fashioned. If he can stay right there.
Asshole.
I think that might work.
Okay. Okay. Go stand outside the door, Reiner. Okay.
And you start
So as
singing.
Ryder walks out of the tent, how far do you go? Just outside the door?
Like about like 20 feet out.
No, you can't.
That's too far.
Too
Far.
fucking
You gotta
far.
stay right there.
Language. So sorry.
You're not there.
That's still too far though.
Like
So
5
about
feet?
20 feet out from the tent. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I seen it. I'm like,
the
No.
you're standing on one side of a stretcher table.
Mm-hmm.
And she's standing on the other.
Mm-hmm.
And she slowly moves forward to the stretcher table. And she puts her hands down. And you see her go. And you're not really a slinger, a magic slinger, but you've seen it done. And you feel like a hum in the air. And as she spins her hands and does this, the tent flap falls closed.
That was handy.
I'm gonna take a rock and I'll take a rock and I'll throw it and try to hit him. Try to get attention.
Who? He's back at the Royal Camp. That's
Yeah.
It's a
he's
long
with
throw,
us.
about a
baby.
300, 400 yard rock throw.
Are you an Olympic champion?
That would be a
Yeah.
no dog.
Yeah.
You are not Perseus.
If I could throw a lightning bolt, I sure can do
So.
that.
She leans forward on the stretcher and looks over at you.
Did she not hear a single freaking thing I said?
No, she didn't.
Apparently not. She's testing the theory.
I mean, maybe you should have brought Tally.
Just crush her hopes.
Maybe you should have brought Tally.
I tried.
Or me.
She
Or Belle.
smiles. I take it that you are a member of your party.
I am a member of my party.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is in league with our enemies.
I mean, not that I'm aware of.
And she goes, and you feel your arms locked to your side.
Oh, she fixing up. She fixing up.
God.
Oh, I knew. I told you. Told you.
Roll a strength check.
Go, Anley. Be the strong one. Go, Anley. Be
Snap
the
it
strong
off.
that's your only game. That's your only game.
13?
Struggle to pull your arms out, but you can't move. Your legs are locked together, your arms are locked together.
Right here. Wait, I should have ran that far out.
She walks around the table and stands in front of you.
She gonna put a true spell in your butt.
Now that you said it now, she probably will.
Oh, I love you.
Please be quiet. Sometimes.
I mean, told her something about herself.
What is the message from the elders?
But
You're waiting too long.
I don't know any message from the elves. They didn't talk to me. We just kind of tried to kill them.
we did it, half of them.
Maybe I should go about this another way.
Buck up, Ainley. Buck up.
She reaches up and kisses Andy.
I don't do that.
Oh,
I'm
Oh, Certainly
killing
not going to work.
Throw up in her mouth.
Don't use tongue.
Anley just bristles all over. Like,
I said
And she
ruin her
pulls away
dreams.
and she looks at you with this incredulous look on her face. It's like, are you?
uh-huh.
So the true one was right.
My God.
So the true one was right.
She goes, and she releases you.
What was that for?
I work for the Queen.
Okay.
The elves send messages through wounded soldiers for the Queen.
What?
What did they tell you?
They didn't talk to me.
Who did they talk to?
They talked to Agnes.
Oh my God.
Time to be gay for
And
once.
she didn't understand what they were saying.
Can you bring Agnes to the camp? I can only hold this camp for another bit before it's going to be invaded by other healers.
I mean, I can tell you what what I know they said.
Please.
They don't want the humans here. They want their land back.
We know that.
Okay, they were only trying to capture the queen. They weren't trying to kill her.
We know that.
Okay.
That's
That's all we've got. They
There was
want us to look. That's it.
No message from Adlin.
Who's that?
Who's that?
I don't know if they sent one specifically to you. Or to the queen. Give me a second. Go to the tent door.
As you hit the tent door, it doesn't move. It goes.
Lane.
It opens.
Liner,
What?
go get Agnes.
Okay.
Now.
Run.
Run.
I said kneel. Alright, let's go.
Okay, Agnes.
You burst
rip
into the
her-
door.
I just ripped her off the dang tent. Kneel. I ain't out of breath. I rip her out.
Agnes is not happy with you right now
I rip you out.
at all.
Emma doesn't get
I ripped you out of the tent and just drug you back out there. Didn't say why.
Baby.
Just drug you back.
What is going on?
I don't understand.
And you're like, quick, stop, run, quick!
We have missed
Can I
something.
fall now?
Your hand's
somewhere.
hitting every freaking rock on the fuck.
Why did the druid just come and snatch up Agnes?
I don't know. I don't understand what's
Let's
going
find
on.
out.
Kneel.
Can we
Here I
go?
am. Here I
So
am.
as you walk into
Can you
the
say that was
tent,
quick?
This
Rudely.
is Agnes.
Sorry.
I don't suppose you'd leave us alone.
Okay, yeah, bye,
Are
bye.
you
Negative.
gonna do to her what you did to me?
Probably not.
Let's put a protection spell on her.
Unless she wants to be kissed.
Good luck. I'm done. I'm going home. Bye. I'm out.
Are you gonna regale
You
Nick with what you
seriously
said or
leaving me
no?
alone with this person?
I'm gonna sit outside the tent door.
Sit outside. Bye-bye. Have fun.
Oh, Anley.
Get you some.
I'm gonna
Manly,
sit
you're
outside the
manly.
tent door, okay? I'm not part of this anymore.
Yeah, get you some.
I'm sorry. You're very lovely. I'm out.
Get you some.
I'm done. You can have fun with that one.
Who?
I'm sitting outside the tent door.
Get you some.
He's sulking.
I'm gonna go try and comfort Anne and leave before I
And you would be?
inevitably.
You don't know where
My
they
name
live,
is Leo Vin.
but when I come back, you can comfort me all you want. All right.
I am a healer. I work clandestinely for the Queen. Certain friends send messages through wounded soldiers for the Queen.
What does that have to do with us?
Your compatriot has told me that you have met with the elves. The Queen wishes to know what was discussed.
Why should I tell you anything?
Because I know you spoke to the elves or someone in your party. All I have to do is report to my superiors that you colluded with the enemy and you will be executed. I don't want you executed. The Queen wants to know what the message was.
Keep our ears open. That's all we're doing. Be aware of our surroundings.
So they would shoot a Catherine intelligence.
If that's what you want to call it. Keep our eyes and ears open.
The Queen has a message for the chief.
Okay. That would be.
Hold your forces. You will make this work.
Question. Whose side is the Queen on?
The side of the Empire. But not the Empire of Clanhal.
Ooh.
Plot thickens.
So,
I trust you will maintain this confidence. Because the penalties for not are swift and final.
Just ask him.
She backs up and she goes, young man,
no.
Which
one?
one?
take your friend home.
Okay. Come on, guys.
Sorry. Bye.
Peace out.
So we weren't there. We don't know what's going on.
No, we make our happy way back to the tent.
Oh, well.
What the hell just happened?
Hold on, stop. Let me knock him out real quick.
No.
No.
I just immediately sit down next to Nick and go,
He's like,
Pat.
it was that bad.
There, there.
that
What
was
happened?
stressful.
They're there.
Okay,
She
also,
kissed me.
I'm gonna kill her.
No, what
Don't
happened,
kill her.
y'all? What happened?
I'm sorry
Someone
for
threw me
that.
under the
As you
bus.
wish.
What they want to know?
But why did he come and pick you out of the tent?
Because she's the one who talked to the elves.
The healer?
Mm-hmm. Don't look at me.
No, me.
I know, but
Pre-common. We're in
and
pre-common. We're in pre-common.
We're talking in pre-con.
I know.
Okay.
Pretty common.
So, I can't even, I don't know how to describe it.
the queen's on the side of the
The
Empire.
healer,
The healer,
Annalie's healer.
the healer works directly for the queen,
Secretly.
who works with the elves.
so the plot thickens.
So the queen could have.
The queen knows.
So did she orchestrate her own abduction then?
Didn't
And we
get that.
thwarted it.
And is she an elf herself? But she's in the. She has a spell that can change her
Nah,
into a
we
human.
would have seen that.
Yeah, we would have seen that a long time ago.
I'm not going back to that tent.
Well, I've been threatened with death if I don't cooperate. So,
Well,
But your
we won't let that
cooperation-
happen.
That
won't happen.
Cooperation is
We
what
already
they
made
asked
it very
of us
clear.
anyway,
We're here
though,
to help
right?
the queen and king,
What
but
did
the
they
queen.
ask you to tell the elves?
We made that very clear.
That they will make this work.
that to hold fast, that she's
their
working
forces.
to hold their forces, and
They
they're
will make
gonna
it
make
work.
it work.
So they're on our side with the elves.
Yeah, sort of, kind of, but
The way the
She's
healer
on the
put
side
it,
of the Empire,
But
but
not her
not
mother's.
of her mother's side.
she's
Well,
not.
nobody likes that.
Yes,
Right?
I think.
So with that, we're going to take part. So guys, we'll be right back after a quick break.
And we'll be kicking some ass.
Language!
All right, and we're back. So here we are. So where did we leave off?
We
were
Agnes
still
spitting
talking.
mad.
Yeah.
Anley, absolutely traumatized.
and
Nick's comforting Anley.
Yes, go comfort each other.
Yeah. Oh, we get to
They're there.
We get to escort
Stopping
the
me
queen's
from
carriage.
actually
And we're
going in there.
escorting the Queen's
Speaking
carriage.
of her.
She's on the side of good. She just was misguided.
Yeah.
I would think someone of us needs to get an audience with the queen privately.
I
Well-
don't think that's going to happen.
I'm pretty sure the warden would not approve of elves or orcs going in.
Let's wait until
Yeah.
we're out of their territory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other 2 days passed without incident, and you guys are now at Jagnus. Jagnus is a huge port city. As you are continuing north, you notice that you're getting up into what's now the kind of the Highland Plains, and the seaboard has become like a cliff face. So there's deep drops off the seaboard into the ocean, and as you make your way between two of these big cliffs down into a valley, you see the port city of Jagnus. And this port city is it's kind of similar to the port you came in at Portus, the capital city. It has a stone dock, or stone wharf, excuse me, with several docks running off of it. Not as big as Portus, of course,
But very organized.
But very organized. You see the same blue cowled
Winnie.
people running around the port and managing the ships coming in and out. These ships are a bit different. Some of them look like they have long keels that curl up on both ends and a single mast sail.
Vikings.
Very Viking-y.
And oars
Never
off
seen-
both sides.
Viking.
Never seen an oar ship like that before. We've never seen.
They have
Yeah.
what looks like to be a single cabin at the
Skoron would tell us
one
some
end.
stories about these boats.
Okay.
Would I ever recall hearing Skoron talk about boats like this or no?
Probably not you. I don't.
All right.
No. You can do a history check if you want.
All right. See.
Can I?
Sure.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dirty 23.
So,
24.
I thought you rolled bad. I was going to say, Hanley doesn't know anything
24.
about this.
Anley likes boats.
So,
24.
both of you
Nick read
both
books.
of you have heard about these boats. There's some northern traders, and you've heard of these boats, and maybe even seen some in your travels to the northern ports north of Ramsay, to the Sadigat, north of Ramsay. So you've seen boats like this before. Maybe not exactly like this, but of similar design. So it looks to you like a northern thing.
Interesting.
Pardon me.
Dottie, stop.
Do I explain, or do they already know?
Yeah, sure.
Guess we're going north.
They know. You
Okay.
explain it to them. So
Hey, these boats are cool.
anyway, the whole column they're not stopping. They're going right down into the port and right along the stone wharf. And it looks like in the last few docks, there's about six of these boats lined up. And the royal party and carriage stops in front of one, and you see the soldiers come up and open the door and lower the steps, and the queen steps out with her ladies in waiting, and she says, "If you all will accompany."
Yes, ma'am.
And the king is wheeling his horse around, and he steps off and puts his hand out and allows the queen to hold his hand, and they make their way with a few of their retinue, their entourage, and onto this huge ship. It's pretty big. It's probably 80, 100 feet long.
Why do we need to get on the ship?
Because we're going north.
Going to
So-
Nordgard.
You can,
Fine.
in the far distance over the sea, you can see the mountains of Nordgard. The the
Then what happens on
Guardian
that island?
Islands to the north of the Empire are not very far out. They're you gathered that it's going to take about a half a day to get there.
All right.
And you make your way onto the ship, and as the royal party gets settled in, they offer you a place on deck to kind of hang out and say, we're about to get underway.
Anley's gonna do the Anley thing and watch. Anley likes
But
boats.
you're going to get up on the bow.
What do your elf eyes see, Legolas? No, I'm gonna watch the guys because that's always fun.
So, as the ships are pushed
like that.
away from the docks and head towards the east, you make the water here is not too choppy. It's not, you don't have any bad seas here. It seems like the islands are kind of keeping the seas calm. Yeah, you may have 6, 10, 12-foot seas, but for these ships, that's nothing.
Is this one of those long boats?
Yes.
All right, so I'm assuming I can touch the water from that because they're lower.
Yeah, they are low.
I kind of want to see how cold the water.
It's very cold.
Cool.
Is it fresh or salty?
Salt.
Salt.
Okay.
That's cold though, bro.
So you make your way across the what they call the Nordstraat. The Nordstraat is the water between the mainland of the Empire and the islands of Nordgard.
It's a strait.
So, within probably 4 hours, you find yourself sailing around the southern tip of the first island, and about 5-6 hours into your journey, you see a port city and another island. So this is explained to you that this port city is named Oskeld. And Oskeld is a smaller version of Jagnus. So, so you arrive at Oskeld, and you are, during the travel, do you want to do anything?
Just kind of hanging out, watching.
Sunning myself on the deck.
Okay,
It's
you
cold.
arrive
Take a
at
small nap.
Oskeld, and
Take
you
a
were
small
asked to
nap.
come off the ship before the Queen and stand aside. They escort the Queen and the King off the ship, and there are carriages waiting for both of them here in Nordgard. And as you're urged to follow afoot.
Walking.
Yeah.
We've done this.
It's a very short walk to an inn with a tavern beneath.
Oh, I like taverns.
Fine.
They're familiar.
Some familiar.
Hang on.
Some we share as a culture.
A tavern's a tavern. Do y'all have to clear? They had to clear the table.
Clear the table or... Wait, hang on. Must we clear the table?
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out the tavern name.
Let's see, we have a map of a tavern now? That'd be fun.
You don't know. It could be. Could have a tavern now.
The Stray Lamb.
That's cute.
That's adorable.
Okay.
Better than
Tavern and inn.
But it won't be
The
as-
Stray Lamb.
as good as the Drunken Skoron.
The what in?
Stray lamb.
So the king and queen are escorted inside, and of course they're given the penthouse honeymoon suite, whatever. And the rest of you are shown to two well apportioned rooms. And are told that meals are ready at on the 6th.
Bells.
Yeah.
Cool.
And or on the 6th hour.
Mm.
So 6 in the morning, noon, 6 in the evening, and midnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 meals a day.
All right.
I feel like this is going to be very meaty meals.
It might be.
I'm going to be hungry.
So what do you do?
So we're in the tavern now. Let's.
Regroup.
So we have a room, yes?
You have your rooms, 2 rooms.
2 rooms.
You know.
What the hell? Tally's gonna drink.
Yeah, I'm with Tally on this one.
I'm not.
I may as well join.
Not either. Somebody's
I
got to
don't trust-
babysit you guys.
I
I don't
mean, if
trust
Tally
them.
has to pretend that she's gonna be friends with the humans, she's gonna drink.
I'm gonna just grab one.
Moderation is key.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm watching.
I'm watching too.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
I was aiming for tipsy. I go slightly
As you're
left.
sitting in the tavern, you notice that down the stairwell, accompanied by some advisors and some soldiers, walks the king. They exit the tavern, and waiting outside, it appears to be some official from Oscale. And they ride away.
Because the king has to play a political game too.
For once,
So the
I
queen
don't
is
care.
unattended. Well, not unattended.
I
but
don't care today.
Where's her mother? Did her mother come?
She stayed, I hope.
In Winterfall.
No, Verna and Armand stayed in Winterfall.
Okay.
That's where
Okay.
they're the wardens.
So the
That's where they
queen.
have to be.
That's where they're staying.
She's just so in pre-common. You should maybe make your way over there. Maybe have a knock. Knock her up.
What do I say?
Listen up, chick.
That'll work.
So, as you're sitting at the
And you can bring
table
Audrey.
in the tavern trying to figure out what you're doing,
So, hang on.
one
Is
of the
hero in the room
ladies
with us?
in waiting comes to your table and says, "Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope
Yes.
you're enjoying your accommodations.
Yes.
Very much.
I just wanted to say
Hello.
Hi.
hello." And she walks away.
I get we're something of
That's
a novelty, but this is ridiculous.
Weird.
Who has a perception?
Detect thoughts.
Everybody give me a perception roll.
What dice? 20.
20.
Oh my goodness.
19.
9.
20.
I don't have a clue. I got
12.
one.
Is that a
18. Well, actually,
Oh,
19. Dirty 19.
I got a 9.
Reiner.
24.
I'm
You
really
notice as the lady in waiting leaves the table, there's a piece of parchment laying on the table. That wasn't there.
Oh gosh, I
Here we
told you.
go.
It starts.
So it begins. Jinx.
Feel that way?
What is that, Reiner?
What you got, Ryan?
What you got,
What's
bud?
that?
What you got, buddy?
Pray tell, Reiner.
So on the parchment, it reads, Agnes, Allie, Nick. There is a house of ill repute, some 4 blocks south.
What kind of ill repute?
It's a whorehouse.
Ugh. Gross.
Okay.
Go to the front door. Ask for Yuriga. Do what the lady asks.
Sorry.
You're mostly straight.
Maybe, maybe they're gonna give some
You didn't get sick
info
pay?
on.
Sounds like to me. Okay, well,
They're about to have fun with a fat dude.
off we go.
So you don't have to solicit
Thank you, I'm
enough
back.
information now. Maybe you can
He's
talk.
Kratos.
Oh, okay.
We're talking in
So the
main
three of
character.
us?
Oh, okay.
I'm a little tipsy. Let's go.
I'm a lot tipsy. I'm staying
Can
here.
I go with them? And
I only
stand
had one
outside?
drink. I'm fine.
Let's go.
I hate y'all.
Winnie, get back on that.
We're moving.
Get over
It's
there.
up to you.
I
Go
hate
back to
y'all.
I'm
that.
gonna go and just stand outside.
After I crumble up, pay my
All right, here we go. Off we go to the thing.
So the four of you work your way down the
Got Audrey
street.
walking beside us.
About,
And I'm watching
that's
quite
it, 4
critically
blocks.
as you
Four
leave
blocks.
the
Yeah.
4
tavern.
blocks down the street.
I'm looking at you like, help me. I don't want to go.
You see a big building or a larger building. It looks a lot like an inn, but it has 2 red flags flying in front of it.
That's the signal.
Red flag's all right.
Okay. What
Red
is their
light
name?
Special. What is it? What is
Yerg.
Yuriga.
it?
Yuriga.
So
I've got a guidance bill.
No.
there's a
They're gone
patch
already.
on the door that opens up, and you see, and this woman is painted. You see that, and she has tattoos that go out down one side of her face.
Whoa.
She's
Sadie.
probably in her 40s. Not very comely, but pretty enough.
We're here to see Eureka.
We are the party that you seek. Ish.
We were requested, essentially.
We're here to see Eureka.
Come with me. You hear the latches open, and then the door swings aside. And as you walk in, it's kind of dimly lit in there, and you see, all kinds of debauchery and depravity
Oh, I'm getting
There's
flashbacks here.
debauchery in here. What's that?
going on.
Hanky paper.
So much
Oh.
debauchery.
Campaign.
Okay.
And you're led through the house and then back towards the back to a door in the hallway, nondescript, just like any other door in this building. And the woman who's dressed in a robe, basically, and that's about it. And it's hanging open, so there's no misconception as to what she does for a living.
They had to call this right. They did get something.
She walks to the door and she holds her hand up and hits it with the back of her knuckles. And you hear from inside. Please come in.
I knew it.
And she opens the door and she goes, and as you enter,
Re-enter.
you see the queen
Told you.
sitting on a single chair next to a well-worn, well-used bed and frame with several chairs about.
Several chairs for observation.
For us to sit in, I'm sure.
She says, please, come in. My champion. And you are Agnes?
What's Her Majesty?
With so much going on, I'm terrible with names.
That's nice.
I understand that you spoke with Adler and his grandfather. You do realize that is a capital offense in this country.
We didn't know that.
You take it by your silence that this is true. Please, sit. Tell me what my dear Adler said.
Hey, Queenie, Queenie, Queenie.
Your Majesty, can we ask a few questions first before I start talking?
whatever y'all about to get.
We must be brief.
Oh,
I will be missed if I don't return soon.
We need some truths going
What
on.
is going on?
that's a good question.
Queen.
Talk fast, wasting time.
My father, the previous king, and my mother, and the elder wardens of this empire fought many wars, many decades ago, to rid this land of the people this land rightly belonged to. They now tout the empire as a racially pure empire. But this empire was built on the blood of innocents. And we have taken a great many risks and put great effort towards righting the wrongs of the past and reuniting Clanhal as an empire for everyone that it belongs to.
That just about exactly what I needed to hear. Okay, guess we know who our allies are now.
All right then.
So,
She's working for the goodies too.
Yes,
So we're
the
not.
queen is a goodie.
So wait, we're not the baddies.
We're not the baddies anymore. Not the baddies.
Wait, we're not the baddies anymore.
wait, what?
So we're not bats
We were
anymore.
really
We're not the
afraid,
baddies anymore.
Your Majesty, that things were going to be going sideways, but
Hang on.
So we
What
had
about
to
your husband? Do you love the
Run
king?
through scores and scores.
Does the king know?
Not of that. No.
that's a great question. That'll be our next one.
That's right, I'm not there.
I thought you walked with us.
I did, but I'm
She
outside.
she stayed outside.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was not
keep an
invited.
eye out in case.
I heard some scuffling. I have to break the door down. No problem.
Alright,
that door
alright,
off.
alright, alright.
At least it'll give us a clear exit.
So, your dear Adeline.
Alright, alright, alright.
Yeah.
Run. Gorgeous is over.
Yes. He is that.
Isn't he though?
And his grandfather.
He's doing well. He's up there.
It's a handsome
But he's-
chap.
He's doing well.
Veteran is a strong man.
Yes. And
No.
yes. And we're just to keep our eyes open is what he wanted us to do. Just keep our eyes open, and once this is all over with, just report back to him. See if we've gathered anything.
I think that we can arrange that. But you and your party must be aware that if you are caught involved in any of this subterfuge, you will be killed. And there is nothing I can do.
Well,
Well, Your Majesty, aren't you afraid
we are
also?
known for going
Do you
out
love the
silently.
king? Ask her, do you love your husband?
What happens to you if you're found out?
I will not be found.
Neither will we.
They have to catch us to kill us.
And we are known for going out silently.
My large sister. My people are very good at killing.
Not
Are
as
we?
good as we are.
That was apparent in their training.
I would not like to see that contested, but I just caution you.
Let's not try to find out.
All right. Consider us cautioned.
What?
What?
Nick,
We will,
What's up?
after this.
I
tank
will
her for the
send,
crew.
I will
Yeah.
send Laya
So she is on your side.
back to the SLO and let her know that we are allies. This effort may take many, many years, and ultimately may result in violence. that I do not wish for any of the citizens
You know,
of right or of might of this kingdom. I
What
wish-
about your mom?
My mother is my mother. I love my mother, but she is of the old ways, and we cannot continue as a kingdom or as an empire with those ways.
That's her bad. She loved her husband.
Absolutely agreed.
What if
Ask the
she gets
king.
in our way? It's a
It will not just
logical
be her.
question.
It will be her and several of my sisters.
Oh boy.
So you're the only one in your family who
No.
feels this way.
No, and we'll leave that at that.
May we ask, does the king feel the same as you? And this shall stay between us.
The king is trapped.
I know that feeling.
And my feelings for the king are gratitude. I enjoy his company.
Ask him, does she love him?
Understand.
So, from this point forward, we should figure out how best to use your time in our effort. If you are willing, heroes of the empire.
That's a really cool title. I'm a defender and a hero.
To the true empire.
to the one that will eventually reign supreme.
And she says, I must go before I am missed. And at that point you hear
May the gods go with you.
knock at the door. And as the door opens, you see one of her ladies in waiting. Mistress, your highness, we must hurry. Belle, while you're standing out front of the House of Elder Peter, you see a group of about 6, 8 soldiers kind of drunkenly stumbling down the street towards the where you're at. And they stop and they look up at you. And one of them says something to the other one, and they all laugh.
He wants to climb that tree, baby.
I'm gonna, I haven't had anything to drink, so I'm going to ignore it because I know that there's something going on back there and I don't want to bring attention to it.
You just go grab one of them, go to another.
Pick one
Oh.
up, break them in half.
So one of them looks up at you and he goes, one of those pig ears from the east.
Hey,
Oh, he went
Leave,
there.
Belle.
You
Please leave.
do you think you can come here and just be?
And I say move along before you regret it.
You might regret it.
I'm telling you to move along.
And he swings at you.
Oh.
Way up. He's swinging way out of range.
So he doesn't make contact.
Wait,
rolls with disadvantage.
with disadvantage. He rolls a 1.
Run, Winnie, run.
He swings, and as he twists around, he kind of trips and just falls face first into the floor or into the road.
And your gears in
And he's
line.
like, and he's spitting teeth out. He's like, did I get her?
You missed, buddy.
I said you don't want this.
And the rest of the soldiers are kind of looking up at you, and they kind of roll an intimidation check.
Is that a 20?
Yeah.
Plus,
6 plus 3.
9.
Do you have any luck?
Yeah.
Yeah, use your luck. Otherwise, I can step in.
You are inside.
19 plus 3.
I can easily just make my way
19
out.
plus 3,
Yeah.
22. As you scowl down at these young men, all in their at most early 20s, they've never seen anything like you. They've just heard the war stories of the older soldiers. You scowl down at them, and they're kind of like, "Come on, let's get him. Let's go." I got
Alright, so
business
there's
we
one
got
at
to
the
take
door
care
here.
of in here.
I'm walking
I got
out.
coin in my pocket, and there's ladies in here waiting for us. Ugh. And they kind of stumble by you.
Good, because I did not want to bring attention to anything. So our people are still in there, right?
Yeah,
Did the
so they're
queen-
going to see another orc walking out.
Did the queen go out the back door?
Yeah, she's gonna have to be
She's
gone.
already gone. Okay.
I'm assuming the queen is already been spirited away. Okay.
And you three are still in the room.
Okay.
So what do you three?
Wait for people.
Time to go. But
Can
we're
they-
walking out of there like we own the place.
Yeah.
I think we should go out the back.
They, as you walk out into
Hey, he
the
needed some, okay?
No.
into the
He
lobby,
didn't need none of his gates.
No.
you see these soldiers walk in, and one of them licking his teeth with his tongue, and they're kind of broken and jagged, and he's like, "Did y'all pick up my teeth?"
Y'all had to have known y'all went, Belle.
Yeah.
What
Did you swing at them?
And y'all make your way out the front door.
Nah, he spun around like a tornado.
Probably
Like
more
that.
on one of
Bell.
them
Bell.
as we go out.
Did
Make a
did
sheet.
you swing at one of the soldiers coming in?
No, I did not. I was protecting you by not swinging
Okay, well, why is one missing some teeth?
Yeah,
of his own accord.
His own
He swung on himself.
Yeah, he looked kind of out of it, so I'll give you that.
Yeah, he tripped over himself.
Okay, so it's late afternoon. You are in this port city. There are taverns, houses available to you, maybe even some smithies or some leather workers.
Yeah, no, I'm going straight back to Anley.
Yeah, let's
Emily's
see.
super drunk, so that's a great idea.
I'm gonna find a leather worker because I got my
No,
shoulders.
it's at this
I'm gonna
point,
get some
it's
new bracers.
Okay. Manly?
I'm drunk.
Nick.
And I'm nice and tipsy. Just
Falling
time to
asleep
spend
on
Like I
top
time.
of
say-
Anley.
I aimed for tipsy. I went left.
I would be a lot more drunk, but I had a walk to take.
I'm throwing up in the bathroom.
Agnes has also gone to the leather workers to get some sort of protection, chest protection.
Give me a sword while you're there.
Bill?
You got enough.
I'm going with them.
Another
because
sword.
apparently
I'm a
I need
sword
to watch
goblin.
over them.
Okay. So next time we get back together, we'll pick up at the leather workers and at the tavern. And that'll be that. So,
All right.
there we go, folks.
Wait, that was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's
So
the end
Agnes,
of our
Belle,
first
and me.
session on YouTube.
See you next week.
And we'll see you guys next time. Everybody wave goodbye.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Okay.
We like sponsors too.
Till we meet again. We love you guys.
Bye.
All
Bye bye, y'all. Y'all amazing.
Bye-bye.